Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? True for Tron podcast.
You already know what it is. I go by the name of Tron Page.
I go by the name of Truth, and we got a special guest.
My boy, DJ Chase.
What's good? Excuse my voice. Got the flu in here. I'm a little sick, but the weather in New York City is crazy right now. But what's going on, fellas?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good, man. How was your week and your weekend?
It was cool. I actually was in the hospital.
Oh, man.
And then I came out. I was over the hospital the New Year's break. And then I got out and then back to work, back to the grind. So it's been cool. Just actually, we did SOBs Wednesday.
Yeah,
and I did a fashion show on Tuesday. So back to the grind.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I see you've been into the production lately. I met you as a DJ, and now you're producing, you're making beats, and the beats is actually fire. I sent you some drink. I already hopped on something already.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So what inspired you to, get into producing records and producing artists? Because you're not just a beat maker.
I do mad stuff. Yeah. Actually, well, my forte is kind of long. My resume is long, so I've been doing that. I started out as an engineer first.
Okay.
Engineer.
That's fine. What studio you was working in?
All of them. I have my own studio in my house.
Okay.
And then I engineer, and then I started doing that. And then I couldn't afford beat equipment because it's expensive.
Yeah.
And especially back then, the MPCs was like $2,000. So I was like a college student. I was a broke college student. So if I get my hands on Pro Tools was cheaper.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell nobody that, but Pro Tools was just cheaper. So I just learned how to do the Pro Tools, give me a little inbox, engineer, do that, and then get my money up. And then also too, you could segue into more stuff. So people are like, oh, you do beats too? So then I started doing that, and then DJing just pays the bill. DJing is where the money is.
Hell yeah.
So, that's how I started. But then I bought a drum, the MPK the year before last, because 2019. So the year 2017, I bought the big MPK and then started hooking up the beats. It took me like a good 8 months to get to the point of getting beats to people liking them. Yeah. It took me like about 8 months of
it's like a grind, bro.
Yeah, you gotta work.
So the transition was engineering.
Actually, radio engineering.
Oh, radio engineering.
Wow.
And recording engineering, DJing, personality. Because I also interned at Sirius XM Radio.
Oh, well, that's dope.
So I was a programming assistant on there. And then I learned how to do the radio the radio engineering at Sirius at like 21. And then back to regular recording engineering. And then beat making up to 2 years ago.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Just DJing, all of that good stuff.
That's real dope. So I see right now, you're producing artists, you actually, because there's a difference. I always say it's a difference. You can make beats and you can produce. So I actually see you taking artists and crafting them and making music.
Well, actually, what crazy was I always did that. But what happened was I started I would get beats from outside producers, and they would take forever, or they wouldn't clear the song. And I'm like, dog, this is what I need to make the money. I can't move the records if you're not giving me what samples you use or just whatever politic game that you want to play. So I always molded artists and worked with artists because I had a little small production company called Worldwide Sounds. And I always did that and built that. And then the artists just didn't want to work, or they just started falling off, or whatever, life happens. And then I got this artist now named McCoy, who I've been working with for about 9, well, she's always been around, I can't even front, she's always been around, but as far as her using my beats, maybe 8 months to 8, 7 months, and then we just been killing it ever since.
That's dope. So how many records you guys got in so far?
That's not out altogether.
Altogether, I may have been working.
But originals, not freestyles, originals 12. But freestyles and stuff, maybe 20 something.
That's good.
That's definitely dope. I went and checked her social media, and she's pretty dope. She's dope.
Yeah,
I seen the SOB show, and I seen that it was people that actually came out and supported what she had going on. So
she's a trooper. She works. She grinds. A lot of times too, because I work with the fellas. No offense, the artists, the fellas, they lazy, bro.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, they're super lazy, and they don't want it's freezing now. Life happens. I understand life happens. But I have no excuse for it. I don't have sympathy for certain things because I came out in the freezing cold I'm sick as a dog right now. I got man third flu in my system right now.
Yeah.
There's no excuse. Promo is promo. You still got to go out there and hit the pavement.
Yeah.
You still got. I don't want to be called. Why am I calling you to get to your own studio time?
Yeah.
Like that don't make no sense.
Yeah.
And then you want record deals and deals.
That's
and
the reason
things.
why New York fell off.
Yeah, the laziness. It's pure laziness. Ego
too.
It's pure ego and laziness.
People gotta just get out their own way. A lot of people are in their own way and they making excuses. Say, like you said, the cold or whatever weather it may be, it's too hot or I don't have whatever.
Or simple communication.
Yeah.
Like as simple as that. If I can't make it, let somebody know at least ahead of time, at least reasonable, feasible time, so they can make a prior arrangements.
Right.
Excuse me. And you have artists too, who they think that if I invest money in you, I have to make the money back.
Yeah.
We end up growing trees.
Mm-hmm.
So if I put a $10,000 budget can still get you really far.
It can.
And I have to make that back. If I ain't making that back, then what are we doing this for?
That's a fact.
So
I know you said you and Molly McCoy been working. Any other artists you got with that same
particular
relationship?
I cut them
all off
because it's just like simply put, it's just because I didn't want to deal with the headache.
Yeah,
and they deal with the ego, and then they start clashing with me and thinking they can outsmart me. I've been doing this. My resume is very long, and I have the numbers. Not even the numbers, just the credentials to prove it.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't tell you. Like I said, A&R from Def Jam is not gonna just listen to your music. Right. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna just the first thing they're gonna say is what your social media is looking like, especially in 2019.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they're gonna ask you. What's your social media numbers? And then your music better be hella good in order for your social media to be popping like that.
That's
right.
right.
You feel me? Like, and if your social media numbers are low, your music better be really, really good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, right now, just me, and I've been doing, like you said, the beat tapes.
Yeah.
The beat tapes been really been popping. I actually finished a new one tonight. Yeah. So before I came, I'm actually gonna probably get the artwork this week and put out new beat tapes. So you guys
be on like volume 4 right now, right?
Nah, you be on. Well, I got like Hennessy and trap beats. That's a dope trap, like a trap tape.
Yeah.
And then I got DJ Chase got beats. So that's volume 4 that's out.
Yeah.
But I'm actually volume 5 is coming out now.
That's
so
that's gonna be
dope. Yeah.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the artist thing because like you said, that structure is pretty it's intense. Because like you said, some people...
Well, it's time consuming because you got to be a therapist.
Yeah.
You got to be a health manager.
Yeah.
You got to be... All these things, you got to be a social media expert.
Yeah.
You got to be an author. You got to be the mom. You got to be the time manager. Yeah. So all these things play into... To at least to get to the artist to get a buzz.
Yeah.
Now, to convince an artist to, like... Okay, now let's do some paperwork. In that level, that level didn't work.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like...
important. I think that actually is important. The paperwork portion, I think is very important.
Because a lot of times... But I understand, because you're an artist too.
Yeah.
And I understand where you come from, saying like, all right, sometimes things might be shaky.
Yeah.
But like Hipster Radio, you guys, the Truth and Tron podcast and stuff like that, these are the things that get the artist to the next level. The visuals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you guys, and I was very specific on wanting to work with you guys because I seen the grind from both of you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is just dope. You know what I'm saying? You guys have some dope talent and dope, you know what I'm saying? The visuals is where it's at.
Yeah,
you know
that's what's at. That's the number one thing. The visuals is the top thing. That's most important. Like I'm working with my cousin right now. His name is Ralph Flocker. And he's been doing this for like going on 3 months. Just started. Tron could attest to it. And everything I've been telling this guy, like he's been doing and it's been showing. Yeah. Like sometimes I play the background with a lot of like young artists, like the younger ones, because and the reason why I play the background like that is because I've been in that place where nobody was in my corner. Like I had to bumps, bruises, all that stuff myself. You know what I'm saying? Take all those L's myself. So when I see somebody and I see potential in them, I'm like, you know what? Let me give them all those gems right now. And some people they take it and they run with it and it works. And some people just want to do their own thing. Like,
but you know,
they want to drop music whenever they want. They want to have no plan, no outline, no nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It takes longer that way.
It takes longer that way. Like you actually doing the same thing I was doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to prevent you from going down that road. I want you to be able to take a shortcut. Utilize me, because I've been there already. I'm trying. It's like that parent and son relationship. You know, like your parents telling you something.
But you know what I learned, yo, on your behalf, like somebody like you, for example, right? I see you at events that I DJ. You just come to feel the vibe.
Yeah.
You don't even come to impose your own stuff on it.
Right.
Sometimes that's what it takes.
Yep.
And it just takes that soaking up the energy. But sometimes, like me, I go to therapy, right? And she tells me I suffer from survivor's remorse, and I never knew what she meant by that shit. And then she's like, "Yo, you feel guilty because." Because I'm one of those people that give advice all the time and give because I'm a reader too. I read all books. I read mad music books and mad stuff. So a lot of stuff that these artists be doing is just wrong.
Yeah.
So like setting up something as simple as an ASCAP publishing company.
Yeah.
They don't even know what that is.
Yep.
And I'm like, dogs, how do you expect to get paid from your bread, your money? I mean, your music. Like, how do you live with yourself? Like, and they don't understand that. But I think you suffer from that too. Like, you be feeling guilty. Like, yo. I've been through this. And these cats do not listen, bro.
Yeah, they don't listen. It'd be sad. Like this one artist was like, yo, I'm about to drop the single tomorrow. And I'm like, yo, let me see the artwork. He like, oh, I ain't got the artwork. So what you gonna do? What you gonna use? And like you say, even with that, like my cousin Ralph Flocka, like he has a manager already, but I kinda like, just be in the corner, just helping him.
Yeah.
So he's doing all these things. He's like, I got a show at SOB's on the 27th. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, yo, are you registered yet? Like, we were talking about ASCAP BMI.
Yeah.
Are you registered yet? He's like, nah. I'm like, yo, you need to get on it now. Because what people don't know, these licensed venues, they pay you for even performing your licensed songs at those venues. A lot of people don't even know that. If I have a whole...
wasting your breath,
wasting your breath. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what I learned. Like, that's the thing with me. And that's what it was, too. Like, even when I stopped working with artists, because I was doing like the uploading for Spinnerillas and stuff like that, because I have accounts with the company. Excuse me. And one of the things that I learned was like, yo, these artists truly don't know, they don't get it. Like I had to I didn't charge them crazy. Like I seen other DJs charge crazy bread. I never did that because I looked at it as helping the artist. Yeah. But then they were coming to me like, I'm not promoting your project. That's not my job. Like my job is to upload it and help you out. Yeah, that's not my job.
I remember at that, but even now. It was hard to get your stuff up on these certain platforms.
Yeah, and then I have to sit there and have correspondence and argue with these companies, and I'm fighting for these artists, and these artists would never fight for me. So that's what really cut me off. I was like, all right, I got something for y'all. So I'm gonna just do my own thing. I'm gonna start being like these real, like you already know these. Excuse my language, these dickhead DJs and dickhead A&Rs and promoters. I'm gonna start acting like them. Cause that's the only way that y'all the only way y'all respected or something like that.
Yeah, so. It's like they respect the person that's making it hard for them, and they look at the person that's like trying to give them an easy way out as like pushover or whatever the case. So and I know how challenging it could be, man.
It's sad, yo. And then like even I did Boston last year, right? Boston was popular. They showed so much respect, and I only deal with that shit in New York. I don't deal with that shit nowhere else. Only New York.
I so much. We hear that story all the time, right? I like New York is a different vibe. So like I see you you do the military grind and everything like that. You have an attachment to that particular brand. DJing at those like particular showcases or concerts. Like, what's the biggest flaw you see with artists when they come there? Like it could be
the biggest flaw, honestly, because I know what type. Well, they don't deal with the promoter. So then in a sense that. They can get paid from these shows. The number one game is to be paid from what you do and what you do. I mean, we all love what we do, but we gotta have some sort of income from it. Yeah. They don't build to the point where they don't make a name for themselves to get the headline act to get paid from the show. Or that's the number one. That's the number one thing I see. And number two thing I see is because I talk to the promoter, so I know like what they don't do. Number two, they don't bring flyers, physical. They don't bring no physical.
Something to pass around.
They don't bring no type of physical promo cards, business cards, nothing. They come in there, pay all this money for the show, and don't have nothing else to show for it. No merch, no nothing.
That's crazy. Like I always tell people too, like when you do these things, like you're paying your money to for the slot. Yeah. Come in there with some merch, come in there with something, what I'm saying, so you can make some type of money back. I don't understand how people come there empty-handed.
And it's expensive, but my thing is, you like I said, you got money to spend on all these fly ass clothes, and they be getting fresh. I'll be admit, niggas be fresh out here, bro. Yeah. And I'll be like, yo, y'all got money to be spending on all these clothes and all this shit. but y'all ain't got money to put into your music, that don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
The clothes, they change every season. Yeezy's gonna change every season.
Yeah.
Jordan, they change all the time. I'm a Jordan person, so they change all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But 10, at least 5, even 5 bands. You can put 5 bands up.
Yeah.
Whatever you got, you can put 5 bands up.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah.
Put that to make that money back,
Yeah.
and you can flip that.
That's the same way I feel about artists when they shoot videos and put their videos out. I have no type of marketing budget to put behind pushing that video. I feel the same way as like even with music. Like you put this content out there, you went hard, you paid your money for the studio, you paid your money for the artwork, you know, you got it copywritten, you got it registered, and you just put it out there, and then there's this, now you just want to send a link to everybody, or, you know, just
Or even
post
little things like just studying the game too.
Yeah.
There's networking events that's free. I go to free networking events all the time. I did one in November, excuse me. A&R from Def Jam was there.
Yeah.
Big lady of Def Jam was there. She be on Instagram all day, just looking at artists all day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all types of free different
Yeah.
things, and you know, it's just how you finesse it. If your hustle's not there, you ain't gonna make it.
I'm gonna give artists a gem on like these free events. It's very easy. You go to Eventbrite.
That's
they got
it.
a search bar right
That's
there.
it. Network or
They have a search bar.
You meet up a network.
Yep.
All you gotta do is RSVP.
RSVP for free. That's
And
it.
for
That's
free.
it.
That's the same thing with me. That's.
And you ain't gotta go by yourself. Bring a friend. You got a plus
somebody-
one.
I'm a
Something
DJ,
with a
and I'm a
plus one.
DJ. I'm telling y'all artists that, like, yo, there's so many free things out there that you could just go network. And the thing is, these talent buyers and these bookers and promoters, they're number one. They need talent. So
yeah.
you need to go out there and hustle what you got to do, and you'll get paid from it. It may be $200, $300. Yo, get that feature money up, and the more bigger you get, the bigger your buzz get, the more they gonna pay you. Simple as that. Drake don't get paid based on how good his music is. Drake gets paid based on how many tickets he can sell.
Yo, we did.
Damn, you can say that?
Yo, like because for me, like my past few shows for the past few years, I'm not getting paid by these promoters. Like and everybody be like, yo, how? Like it's the person
There's a
that
buzz.
the person that have and it's like I'm gonna tell you the trick. The person that have 2,000 20,000 views on YouTube opposed to like my 5K views, they don't get paid for their show, but I do. And they like how? Cause the draw out, like you said, the ticket sales.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm able to have that conversation with the promoter and say, yo, I can guarantee these amount of sales.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do an arrangement to where I can get 50% off those sales, or whatever the case. You know, because these people be having mad views on the tube, but then when they pull up, they pull up with 2 people.
3 people.
That's it.
Don't show up for them.
That's a fact.
Yep, and the
So I've
same
been to
thing-
shows, everybody been to shows, and they seen that.
Tag 'em
Oh,
out.
for example, like me, right? My feet, I don't bring out a big draw. Like I have draws, like I bring people out, but I don't like me. My business, for example, me. I'm a great DJ, so that's why you get a good service based on me.
Right.
So it depends on how you freak it.
Yeah.
You gotta be really good or bring out a crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just how you do it. You gotta
Yeah.
bring really, really good, bring out a crowd.
It's about
you gotta
knowing
be
your
technical
niche.
stuff.
Just know your
Know
niche.
your niche and know what you're good at. Exactly.
And then you just feed off of that. That's all it's about.
That's it.
This song that I believe is called Bottle Girl. Did you produce that
Yeah.
one too?
Most of the stuff that from Molly that's out now.
That's a
produced
dope
it.
record. I seen a
Thank you,
video.
thank you. Oh, the Big Mad. You talking about Big
No,
Mad?
I seen Big Mad video. No, Big Mad.
Big
That's
Mad.
one. Did you produce that one
Yeah.
too? Word?
You know what's crazy?
That's fire.
I'm gonna tell you
So
a
the
little
Big Mad
secret.
video, and I heard the Bottle Girl song.
Yeah, song, Bottle Girl. So we had to do the video for Bottle Girl because it's cold, so we gotta get that popping. What'd you call it? Big Mad was actually like it sounded different, the original version, but it's a dope song. Like
Yeah.
we just been promoting the hell out of the song, like, and it's
Yeah,
been
I
getting
see.
crazy promotion and crazy buzz, and I'm happy with the response.
That's
you know what I'm
dope.
saying?
That's
Just about
dope.
putting out good records.
Hell yeah, that's the key.
You know,
to this shit.
here at Truth and Tron Podcast, we definitely do our research, as you know, right?
Yeah.
So, I see. I don't know. I heard she's pregnant right now. She's expecting.
Who? Nah, she's not expecting. That's you find out. That's not her expecting.
Okay, all right. So I'm
She's not. She's not.
I'm
pregnant.
almost like
She's
this.
not
I'm about to say she's gonna balance because what I
Nah,
do
she's
know,
not pregnant.
what I do know is it gets kind of complicated when the
Yeah.
baby come around. So I'm about to say how
Nah,
is she gonna
her
balance that?
Who
relationship
told you
life.
that
She's,
shit?
Don't worry, man. We do our digging, man. Over here at Truth and
she
Tron
ain't pregnant. She
Podcast.
ain't pregnant at all. She chilling.
Right.
She cooling, man. She used to be working doing that stuff.
Make
so.
sure she keep it that way for as long
She
as possible.
working, she
Let
cool.
her just work, grind it out.
Yeah, she cool. Everybody like her. Like
Yeah,
I
she
never like. It's funny because like as far as any artist that I've ever worked with, she's the one that's been getting the most response, like the biggest. And it's crazy because I didn't want to work with female artists because it was so much maintenance, and I didn't want to work with female artists at first. So, but she was the first female artist that I took like on, and actually I didn't even want to work with her because I was completely just turned off from artists. And then somebody was like, "Yo, work with her." So I was like, "Alright, man," you know what I'm saying? Because I knew it was
basically got plugged up by somebody else.
No, she was always around. She was always around, and then she like we did like a couple of freestyles that she was on my mix. Actually, my first like Spin Really mixtapes. She did a couple of freestyles on them, and she was always dope. She was always there. And then like last year, she just started rapping on my beats, and she was just around. So we was just like working on music in my crib and stuff. And then like somebody was like, "Yo, you should take her under your wing." She's like, "You get her name." And I mean, she's promoting the song that we had did, but the song wasn't finished. And I'm not thinking nothing of it because I'm not a gram person. Like I be on my own gram, but I don't be on nobody else's joint. Yeah. And then it was like, "Yo, she get her." Yeah, she started getting like hostings and shit off the music that we was doing. So I'm like, "What the hell?" So I'm like, "Yo, come work with me. Like, just come on and work." So we just started working like hard ever since. And it's crazy because the Big Mad beat was actually on a beat tape. And she just happened to make the song to it.
Oh, so she just heard him like, "I'm gonna do a record over."
Yeah, it was on the beat tape.
That's fire.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, "What the hell?" So it was on a beat tape. So I was like, "Nah." We went to the big studio downtown and recorded it. So I worked at a studio downtown, and that's how we recorded it. So
I'm gonna definitely keep in tune with her. But I looked, I'm like, "Yo, she definitely got something." You know what I'm saying?
Everybody say that. That's the same.
Something.
Yo, everybody says the same exact thing. She's got it. She's got it.
Like what do you think separates her from like all the other female artists? What do you feel separates her, and what do you think?
Honestly,
what
you know what?
Put her to the next level.
What separates her from? I'm gonna answer two parts.
Yeah.
What separates her from most female artists is that a lot of female artists is too much sex.
I
can't listen to that. I can't stomach the sex talk. I can't stomach it. She
After Lil Kim, it's like
I can't. Even when Nicki Minaj rap, I love it. Yeah. When they start getting all the sex stuff, I mean that's not my. I mean it works for female, I guess. I don't know, but she don't rap too much about the sex stuff, so it's like, it's like it's content based music.
Yeah, like
so like she still has like a bottle girl every now and then. Yeah. But like Big Mad is about her cousin. There's mad different realms in it. We talk about like it's like a gospel song too, because we talk a lot about God and content and like it's about religion and stuff like that. Yeah. So we talk a lot about God and different things.
Yeah, I like that. I like her in that bag too. Bottle Girl, I like that. Yeah, I like the Big Mad.
Everybody like that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that record a whole lot, and I definitely can't wait to hear more. Y'all doing a project.
Yeah, we actually got. I don't know if you know Silent Celeb.
Silent Celeb.
We got a song with her. Yeah, we got a song with her.
It's out already too.
Nah, we waiting for the cover. Gotta wait for the cover. It's done. We just gotta get the cover.
Yeah, Silent Celeb is dope as well.
Yeah, that's my girl. So we got the cover. It's done. Wait till you get a sample for that. Sample's crazy. And that was a sample. That's actually the only one I sampled on. Cause I don't believe in sampling too much. Yeah. So that's the only one I really kind of.
Don't you play yourself or you do your own melodies?
Yeah, I do all my own melodies, all my own chords, all of that. Cause I just don't want to deal with the samples too much work.
That's dope. But that's dope. So like other than the other roles that you're playing right now, like what other things you want to get into? Like you said,
right now, I'm fine where I'm at. Like I'm thinking like just making more money, getting more out. Like my biggest problem was I played behind the scenes. I'm trying to tell you, like I was quiet. Like I was really quiet. Like I didn't even speak to people because I was so like shy and so like, I really was just like honing. Like I let the artist shine before me, and that was my biggest problem. So now that I'm older and smarter, I was like, let me get out there. Let me do what I gotta do. So that's what I'm working right now.
You become a brand yourself, and that makes it easier for you to even work with the artist.
It's like kind of a mystique kind of thing. So that's why even at the H-Wolf, you never see me like, all up at the cameras and stuff, because I kind of like a mystique kind of person, but now I know, like, let me play the game. The game is a little different than when I started. I started in 2005. Game is way different. Yeah. So, like, the mystique thing is cool, but I still got to go out there and hustle. This is my company. Worldwide Sounds Records is my company.
I see it in the email.
Yeah, so, like, I really, I have to do this. You know what I'm saying? So... Yeah, what's good with you fellas? How you fellas doing? Nobody asks y'all how y'all doing.
That's dope. So I could start. So you already know me and Tron been talking all weekend. We trying to get this thing right here. Not even trying. I'm not using the word trying for this year. We actually, we manifesting right now. We manifesting getting this off the ground. Truth and Tron podcast and Hipster Radio. So that's one of the focus. And I have a whole project that's done, and I got my guy here that's going to executive producing that whole joint.
That's a good point.
They got the ear and everything, so the joint is already done. So once we get it mixed and mastered, I'm gonna sit down with my guy. We're gonna go through the records, see which one.
I got some beats. I'm gonna send you the beat tape too.
And also we gotta finish that record too. I know you said you gotta rearrange.
I gotta rearrange it, because honestly, I have the drum tracks done. Like as you see, you know my style. It'll be done, and I'll be like, nah, I don't like it, and I gotta change this melody or change these chords. So that's the person I am.
Yeah, so I already started something. Like how I usually work is like, whatever I feel come first, I lay that, and then whatever else we gotta do, we just add it on.
Yeah, because that's what I learned too. Like these Atlanta cats, they work all day. Yeah. They do music all day. So like me, I try to do like at least 2 to 3 beats a day, and that's how I do it. So like on my computer, it may not be the best beat, but it'll be a drums. Yeah, I could put some later on it later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or the artist, he might like some just drum track. He might like a drum. Yo, Chase, all right, add a couple pianos. Boom, that's it. We got a track. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now, like, I was in the hospital, so I was thinking mad sounds to do. So now what I'm doing is, I would lay the hook with drums. Yeah. I just take I just leave the melody, like the future sound with the melody, no drums on the hook. So that's why I'm doing. Yeah.
No drums on the hook, just have it ride out, and then the drums come back.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Yeah, so
that's definitely fun.
Yeah, so I've been doing that lately on my new beats. So
yeah, like in the past, I used to produce. I used to make beats all the time. In the past, I want to get back to that. Like
it's fun. It's way fun now with the technology, because I bought the Akai MPK now too, the keyboard, the little keyboard. So that came with some dope. It's like small joint, small pad joint. So I came with, it got some new sounds on it and stuff. So it's dope. Like the way beat making is now, you'll love it.
More easier, right?
It's way easier.
And you produce on FL or is it?
Machine.
Machine. Because I know a lot of people they have those different attachments. And
I tried FL, bro. I can't do it. I gotta play. I gotta play it out. Like,
you can play the sounds with it because they got crazy MIDI inputs like with that.
I got somebody gotta show me how to use it. Yeah. Because I had the Mac version, like the cracked Mac version. I don't know where I got it from, but somebody gotta show me how to use it. If somebody could be like, yo, Chase, this is how you use it. Maybe I could learn it. Yeah. But machine got it hooked locked.
And with machine, it's like in everything in that one device.
Not really.
You transfer it to a Pro Tools from the machine to Pro Tools?
Machine, Well, I'm a Pro Tools person. It depends on what you use. So, like, Machine got the software. It got its own software.
Oh, that's dope.
And the software, you play it out, and you got to really trigger it and all of that stuff. So, Machine is advanced as hell.
That's dope.
But you got to know how to and you got to get your VSTs up. As you know, the producing. See, I'm a VST person. So, I spend my bread on VST.
What's your favorite one?
Right now, Doom.
Doom?
Yeah, Doom and Doom 2. Those are my drinks.
I think it was called Nexus. I forgot the name
Nexus.
of it.
Yeah, Nexus. That's everyone uses that.
Everyone uses that.
Yeah. Nexus, all your sounds, Nexus. That's all the trap sounds. I'm gonna buy Nexus though. Yeah. I haven't paid for it yet. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna see if I can. Because they haven't had one for Mac.
Yeah, that's what I was using when I was making beats. I'm definitely gonna get back to it though, like for real.
It's fun now. It's way easy and it's less pressure. Because remember how back in the day you had to have the Rick Ross kind of it would make you feel bad because you trying to make and then he had a whole band in the studio.
Yeah.
Justice
League was like
them niggas was no
it was wild, and that's the whole band in the studio. You can't compete with that. But now it's you ain't gotta really compete with that. You can just do some like Turbo. What's the name? I listen to Turbo. ATL Jacob.
Turbo ATL Jacob.
ATL Jacob is dope.
I think the name was Teeth Keith.
Yeah, ATL Jacob is dope. Take Keith. He does the Look Alive and all that.
Weezy.
Yeah, Weezy out of here. Weezy I'm a bit. As you can tell, I be on it. So you can tell a lot of my new stuff is based on hearing them, but still Big Mad. Yeah. Big Mad came about because we was yo, we need something for the Brooklyn sound. That's how Big Mad came about. So that the drums and all that, that's where that came from. That's dope. And there's 6 instruments in the whole beat.
Yeah, see, that's why I always tell. Sometimes simplicity is where it's at. Even when you listen to Muzzet, you know what I'm saying? He really be having about 5 sounds and shit. Yeah. He be having 5 sounds. That's just
it's easy, and but you know what it is? It's the artist, how the artist structured. Because I write hooks too, so I'll help the artist. That comes from me engineering. So I'll know how to make the hook sound it's 9 people on that shit versus you know what I'm saying. So it's a lot to it. You know what I'm saying? Molly's good because she has the vocal, Mitch Beck saying, she had the vocal range that I could tolerate. Some artists too, they don't have their voice don't match the music.
Yeah.
So it throws you off too. Like you got, to make it in music. That's why I never got into it, because I don't have the voice for it. If that was the case, I'd have been rapping, bro. Like I would, like my life, I could rap, but I just never, I didn't do it because I don't have the voice for it. So I DJ. So a lot of artists, they don't have the voice to rap. You know what I'm saying? But they do other things. They podcast. They make beats. They, you know. So it's all types of hustles in this game. You know what I'm saying? How you do it. You know how you freak yourself.
One of the things I plan to get into is actually writing like big R&B records, man.
These artists need hooks.
Big R&B records.
They need hooks and they need verses, bro. Because some artists can't work. They take forever, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning as a beat maker. I sold my first beat last year, right? Like my first beat I ever sold ever in my life, right? Dude still ain't make the song. The beat is hard. It's one of my favorite. I wanted to give it to somebody else, and I sold it to him because he was like he wanted it, and the beat, it was a custom beat, no samples, nothing. Still ain't write the beat yet. Still ain't write the song. Still ain't finish the song yet.
You know what you could, what you should do? You should, being that you got your little setup in the crib, reference that. Reference something.
Nah, I'm gonna chalk it up to the game.
Yeah, reference.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool because I could do that in my sleep. Like you get to the point when now beats come to me so fast, I could be like bump it out. Like now I know like the sound I want, play it out, and then that's the thing too. It took me like a good 8 months to get to that level because my first beats was trash. I was like, damn, I don't know how I let people hear these joints. Like I listen to my beats now, I'm like, yo, that shit is crazy. I should never let it.
Like it definitely has the sound to compete with all the shit that's out there right now. You know what I'm saying? So
so
that's definitely fire, man. Like I'm open to work. If you ever need somebody that need hooks and all that, you can hit me up anytime. Like I reference shit. Whatever.
Yeah, when I get my crib back up, you know what's crazy? My computers was acting up too. So it was like I had got my computers started acting up. I went to the hospital, got out the hospital, went back to work. So now I'm back. Now I'm getting everything back in order. So now we can work though. So,
yeah, definitely.
So definitely.
I'll pull up anytime.
DJ Tron on the set. Right?
I'll pull up anytime. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you like, yo, True, pull up.
Yeah, I got the studio in my crib. I just be chilling, bro. Like, my joint be dry, bro. Like, my joint be dry as toes, bro.
Let's change that for this year, man.
Yeah,
Cause I'm definitely open up to like write shit.
Yeah,
I want to take a R&B artist and really just
I gotta work on my R&B. I gotta work on my R&B. Like I've been doing like a lot of trap, cause that's what's like. I try to stay within character, cause trap ain't going nowhere. I don't care what nobody says.
I don't know. That shit's
certain sounds and certain music, the way music's going now, it's not going nowhere. Yeah, nowhere. So like, trap is always gonna be a strip club, always gonna be a party, always gonna be, and that younger generation. All they know is trap music. They're not going nowhere. That ain't going nowhere.
That's gonna be here for a while. And you as a DJ, like you know, like what people want and what they want to hear.
That's how I know Big Man. That's how I knew it was gonna be a hit because I'm like, yo, that tune, that's never going nowhere. Yeah, not going anywhere. So I was like, let me just do this my way. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing too. So like how you said when I first came in, you like, yo, I gotta put you up on something new. That's how it is with creative beats now. It's like, yo, if you got a hot synth, yo, I'm gonna put you up on something new. So that's how the type of person I am. So I'd be like, oh, this is new. So, yo, Chase got one. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I try to do it. You feel me? So, but we working now. So I know you guys got another setup coming up.
No. That actually hit me up and said that they can't make it.
Oh, all right.
So we can rock out for a few more minutes. I'll see if it's something else.
Cool. What's good?
You know what I'm saying? We talked about all right, bet. Let's get into this one thing.
What's that?
Because we were talking about the DJ thing, right?
Yeah.
And we hear a lot of talk saying DJs don't break records anymore.
That's not true. That's not true.
Like, what's your take on that when you hear that?
Artists don't break records. It's not my job, bro. It's simply not my job. My job is not to be your father. My job is to play a song. My job is not to be your father. And these artists think that you can't rely on one. First of all, think of it this way, right? You see me at the H-Loft. Yeah. People don't even know. I don't even DJ at the H-Loft no more because because of just other stuff, business stuff. And that has nothing to do with clashing. That's just something we're moving on to something else. Right. Now you getting mad at me because I'm not playing a song at the H-Loft, nigga. I don't have to play a song at the H-Loft. Right. Or I don't have to play a song anywhere. Right. I don't have to take. First of all, I'm not supposed to take money to play your music. I don't have to do that. You gotta actually like the record. So my thing is, we don't have to break your records. Now if you're a cool person, I can play a song. Like it's
Right.
not a problem. But don't think in your head that
It's like mandatory.
Yeah,
right?
it's not mandatory. You know when I bought my let me explain something to you. DJ equipment is $1,500 or better. When I go to my Guitar Center, it doesn't say, yo, let me play Tron's record.
Yeah.
It doesn't say play Truth's record when I go to Guitar
Right.
Center. It doesn't say that.
It just say, let me
They
do
just
my
say,
thing.
let me do my thing.
Yeah.
And then artists today don't even have respect to repost you.
Yeah.
Yo,
Right.
I put you on my mixtape on Spirilla, get you mad plugs, get you mad plays. You don't even have the courtesy to repost me as the DJ.
Right.
So why in the world would I ever play your music?
Yeah, a lot of these artists nowadays, I see it, they just got this Hollywood thing, like,
Hollywood,
They feel like
I don't
they
even
gotta-
think it's Hollywood. It's Mars at this point. It's Jupiter now.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
I
different.
don't even know what it is. And I can only imagine what you got. Like me, that's how I stopped working with artists.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, yo, I got my beat tapes out. Let me put my own joint. Like I got my stuff popping. Like let me get out there. You know what I'm saying? Let me put my stuff on there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's
big,
what
big
it is.
placements, like, you know, like, what placements do you see yourself fitting into, like, you know, like what big artists,
Nah.
like who do you want to work with, like,
Honestly, I work with the artists that I work with. I like
or the artists
as
that
a
you want to work,
DJ, as me personally, there's something that I was asked recently called like what milestones that I reached. I reached all my milestones is in music, so everything else is extra right now.
That's fine.
Like
I like
my
that
one
shit.
goal, was to DJ on Sirius Radio. That was my only goal as a DJ, and I did that at 21. And I did it twice. I did it on Who Kid Show for Who Kid, and I DJed on All Out Show for Lord C and Ruju. And that was my goal.
I like that. I like that.
Too, I travel overseas a lot, so I went to Germany last year around this time, and this is wrong. Like the way we living over here is totally wrong, bro.
Yeah.
It's totally wrong. Like this joint is just wrong. Like we work ourselves to death.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
Yeah.
And
bro.
we work for things.
And everything is
a
a routine. Like
Routine.
it's like we getting up, going to work, coming
For
home,
rent. All
going
for
back up, getting back to work. I don't want to live like that.
Yep, all for rent, and this is totally wrong. So right now, probably like DJing overseas. Like that's really my like. If I had to go, like to put something on DJing overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in tune with the people, like different people, like other than the ones we like, you know, accustomed to on a day to day, like, you know, so.
But as far as the placements, nah, I don't really have no big placements because I don't like working with big artists. Their egos is ridiculous. So like working with I'd rather work with a Tron than work with somebody big.
Like, and make the Tron big. You know what I'm
Make the
saying?
Truth big. I'm rather work with Truth and be like, yo, Truth, yo, let's do this. Let's work on this. I'd rather that because
Yeah, me too.
I know
you're
you're gonna promote the song way better than somebody. They gonna let the song because you know what, that just happened to me recently. I paid for a feature, for a Big Mad feature, and they BS'd it, and I was so livid, bro. And that was money that I don't have a big budget, but I had it sitting around and saved. I had saved. Excuse me, budget. You have a budget, save.
Yeah.
Never got the feature done.
Wow.
So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to do it anyway because I kind of in my heart knew that they was going to BS it, but I was like, cool, let me try it. But I'd rather work with the Truth and be like,
Let's
you know
build
what I'm
from the
saying?
ground up. I'm a ground up person myself. Like, that's always been me. Like, I see something, I'm like, yo, let's create this from here and then build it up. I always network across. Like, I never really network up. That's never was my thing. Like, I always like, so I get a female artist and the people around me be like, yo, why don't you try to pay for this person? You know what I'm saying? A cash doll or something. I'm like, nah, like, she's it. Like, this one is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The exclusive, Kiki Climax. Like, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Also, too, they don't take care of certain things. Their level of, they still, and then I learned a lot about this business, too. They're still trying to get at levels that we're trying to get at. The crazy thing is, when you really learn how the business works, they're trying to get on this podcast.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
we get the hit ups and the DM. We overbooked. Like, we be, you know what I'm saying? Like, we get that all the time.
So that's what it is. So it's like you learn certain things, you be like,
yo, that shit got me thinking. Like, cause like when we was on the music scene, like doing that, putting that as priority, you know, a lot of the artists that's actually come on a show, we really wasn't even meshing with them like that. You think about it.
That's
like,
true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, okay, I see you doing your thing, I'm doing my thing.
Exactly.
As soon as we start doing the podcast, it's like, yo, what's good?
Yeah.
What up? What's good?
It's crazy. And it's
We
crazy.
couldn't even get a song with these.
Yeah,
Exactly. And now they want to hit you up. Same.
But we charge it to the game because we're like, it is what it is, so.
Or you, like I said, you get to the level where, like I said, you be like, no, this is just me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could just podcast all day.
Word.
To have pop culture podcasts and like Drink Champs. Drink Champs is my Brilliant Idiots. That's my favorite podcast.
That's the one with
Charlamagne and Angel Schultz. That's my favorite. I listen to that religiously. That's my favorite podcast.
Yeah, we studied all
Study
of
that, bro.
We studied all of them, and like just to see what their niche is and like what could separate us from them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we always do.
Well,
like,
I'm glad that you guys definitely invited me, and you know what I'm saying. Like I said, Molly's working, so please forgive that.
Yeah, definitely.
Follow me on social media
_
DJ Cheese _ Twitter my Twitter's comedy. I try to give like a lot of good funny. I'm a funny guy, so I try to like crack jokes on Twitter and Facebook. DA Real DJ Chase, and once again, thank you guys for definitely having me.
Appreciate it. And shout out, on Molly's social media before you.
Oh yeah, Molly McCoy. On social media, Molly McCoy. MollyMcCoymusic.com on Tumblr, and a website www.mollymccoymusic.com. Excuse me, a little sick today, so we gonna get it.
Yeah.
More music, email blast, whatever, you know how that go. DJ Chase got beat. DJ Chase on Spotify too. Get them streams up. And iTunes DJ Chase. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw the drop.
Hipster
We're
radio.
gonna throw the drop in the beginning of the.
Yeah, I got drops for you. I'm gonna send it to you because I gave him mad packets and stuff. So I'm gonna say stuff.
I bet you already know, man. Truth or Tron podcast, man. DJ Chase, Truth Tron. We here, Hipster Radio.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it. I got it.
Yeah.